A long, long time ago, there was an old woman. She lived all alone. One day, she went to the forest to collect firewood. She was very thirsty. She saw a big coconut shell with water inside. She drank the water. After some time, the old woman had a baby boy. But the baby was very unusual. He had no arms and no legs. He was just a round shape, like a coconut. So, she named him Sodua, which means coconut shell. So, the old woman named him Coconut Shell. People in the village laughed at him. They thought he was strange. But the old woman loved her son very much. As Coconut Shell grew up, he couldn't walk or play like other children. But he was very smart. He helped his mother with many things around the house. So, the old woman named him Coconut Shell. People in the village laughed at him. They thought he was strange and useless. They did not understand how special he was. But the old woman, his mother, loved her son very much and protected him from their unkind words. She always told him he was her precious child. As Coconut Shell grew up, he couldn't walk or play like other children. He stayed at home, often sitting in a corner. But he was very smart and observant. He listened to everything and thought about many things. He helped his mother with small tasks around the house, like looking after the fire or sorting rice. His mother was surprised by how clever he was. One day, he told his mother, "Mother, I want to go to work. I can herd the buffaloes for the rich landlord in our village." His mother was very surprised and worried. "How can you herd buffaloes, my dear Coconut Shell? You have no arms and no legs," she asked. But Coconut Shell insisted, "Don't worry, mother. I have a plan. Please ask the landlord for me." So, because Coconut Shell insisted, his mother went to the rich landlord's house. She told him that her son, Coconut Shell, wanted to herd his buffaloes. The landlord laughed loudly. "Your son, a Coconut Shell, wants to herd my buffaloes? That's impossible," he said. But the old woman begged him, saying that Coconut Shell was very clever. The landlord, just for fun, agreed to let Coconut Shell try. He thought it would be a funny sight. The next morning, Coconut Shell's mother brought him to the field. People in the village gathered to watch, laughing and pointing. They expected him to fail. But Coconut Shell surprised everyone. He rolled himself onto the back of a big buffalo. From there, he used his voice to guide the animals. He sang beautiful songs, and the buffaloes listened to his voice. They went to the best grass fields and drank from the clearest rivers. He took very good care of them. Every day, the buffaloes were fat and healthy. The landlord was very happy. He saw that Coconut Shell was not useless, but very special and hardworking. The landlord was so happy with Coconut Shell. He had many daughters, and the youngest one was named Princess Oot. She was very beautiful and kind. Every day, when Coconut Shell herded the buffaloes, Princess Oot would secretly watch him. She saw how clever and gentle he was with the animals. She also heard his beautiful singing. While other people still laughed at his appearance, Princess Oot saw his good heart and his special talents. She didn't care that he looked different. The landlord noticed that his buffaloes were the healthiest in the village, thanks to Coconut Shell. He was so pleased that he decided to offer Coconut Shell a reward. "Coconut Shell," the landlord said, "you have done a wonderful job. You are very clever. I will give you anything you wish for as a reward." Everyone was curious about what Coconut Shell would ask for. Would he ask for money? Or new clothes? So, the landlord asked Coconut Shell, "What do you wish for as a reward for your excellent work?" Everyone in the village was listening very carefully. They thought he would ask for a lot of gold or a new house. But Coconut Shell looked at the landlord and said, "Sir, I wish to marry your youngest daughter, Princess Oot." Silence fell over the crowd. Everyone gasped. The landlord was very angry. "What? You, a coconut shell, want to marry my beautiful Princess Oot? That's impossible. You are just a strange, round boy with no arms and no legs, he shouted. He thought Coconut Shell was very rude to ask such a thing. The other daughters also laughed and made fun of Coconut Shell. They said, "He is so ugly. How can he marry our sister?" But to everyone's shock, Princess Oot, the youngest daughter, stepped forward. She looked at her father and said, "Father, I will marry Coconut Shell. I have seen his kindness and his cleverness. I know he is a good person." The landlord was very upset, but Princess Oot was determined. She had already seen past his unusual appearance and recognized his true worth. So, the wedding day arrived. All the villagers came, still whispering and wondering what would happen. They couldn't believe Princess Oot was marrying Coconut Shell. So, the wedding day arrived. Everyone gathered, still confused and talking about Princess Oot marrying Coconut Shell. They whispered, "How can she marry him? He is just a coconut." Princess Oot, beautiful in her wedding dress, walked towards Coconut Shell. And then, something amazing happened. Just as the ceremony was about to begin, Coconut Shell rolled himself into a corner of the room. A bright light shone around him. And then, he broke out of his coconut shell. From inside, a handsome young man stepped out. He was tall, strong, and very good-looking. Everyone was shocked. Their mouths dropped open. They couldn't believe their eyes. This was the real Coconut Shell. He was not just a coconut shell anymore. He was a prince. The young man explained that he was a divine spirit, sent to Earth in the form of a coconut shell to escape from an evil monster. He had to wait until he found a kind and loving person who could see past his disguise. And that person was Princess Oot. Princess Oot was so happy. She knew in her heart that he was special, and now everyone could see it too. The landlord and his other daughters were very surprised and very sorry for how they had treated him. So, the handsome young man and Princess Oot got married. They lived happily ever after, showing everyone that true beauty comes from inside, from a kind heart and a good spirit. So, the handsome young man, who was once Coconut Shell, and Princess Oot got married. They lived happily in the landlord's house for some time, but the young man, now a real person, told Princess Oot that he was a very talented student and wanted to go to the capital city to take an important exam for clever people to work for the king. Princess Oot understood and supported him. Before he left, he gave her 3 special things: 1, a knife; 2, a firestone, a stone that makes fire; 3, a small box. He told her, "Keep these safe. They will protect you if you are ever in danger." Then, he left for the capital. The other sisters, who were always jealous of Princess Oot, were very angry and jealous. They were especially jealous because Princess Oot had married such a handsome and clever man, and they were still single. They decided to do something bad to her. The jealous older sisters of Princess Oot waited for a chance to hurt her. One day, they invited Princess Oot to go for a boat ride on the river. Princess Oot, being kind and trusting, agreed. While they were in the middle of the river, far from anyone who could help, the older sisters pushed Princess Oot into the water. They wanted her to drown so that they could get rid of her forever. They thought that then, the handsome husband would marry one of them. The sisters quickly went back home and told everyone that Princess Oot had accidentally fallen into the river and drowned. Everyone was very sad. But Princess Oot was very clever and strong. She used the special gifts her husband gave her. When she fell into the water, she remembered the knife. She used it to cut some strong vines and branches from the trees near the riverbank. She made a small, simple raft, a flat boat made of wood, and floated downstream. She floated for a long, long time until she reached a strange land. She was alone, but she was alive. Princess Oot floated on her small raft until she reached a strange land. She was alone, scared, and far from home. But she was brave. She landed on a quiet shore, hidden by many tall trees. She remembered the other two gifts her husband had given her, the firestone and the small box. With the firestone, she made a small fire to keep warm and to cook some fish she caught. With the small box, she found some special seeds inside. She planted them, and soon, beautiful trees grew, providing her with delicious fruits and a place to hide. She built a small hut, a small house, for herself. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Princess Ut lived alone, surviving with her cleverness and the gifts. She never lost hope that one day she would be reunited with her husband. Meanwhile, her husband, the handsome young man, the former coconut shell, finally passed the important exam in the capital city. He became a very important mandarin, a high-ranking official, for the king. Everyone admired his intelligence and good heart. When he returned home, he was heartbroken to hear the news that his beloved Princess Ut had drowned. He was so sad, but he felt that something was wrong. He remembered the jealous sisters and the gifts he had given his wife. He decided to search for her. He sent his servants and soldiers to search everywhere, along all the rivers and shores. One day, a servant found a strange little hut hidden by the trees, with a beautiful woman living there. It was Princess Ut. The husband and wife were finally reunited. They were so happy to see each other again. When the husband and Princess Ut were reunited, they went back to their village. And so, Princess Ut and her handsome husband, the former coconut shell, lived a long and very happy life together. He became a powerful and kind mandarin, serving the king with his great wisdom. Princess Ut helped many people in the village with her kindness. They had many children, and their story was told for generations, teaching everyone that true beauty is on the inside, and a good heart will always win.